Hello, we are on to another week. We're starting lesson 6. As you see here, I came into the content page at the very top of the screen. I hit content. Then down on the left, I got to lesson 6, decision making and goal setting. So we'll talk about goal setting, which I love to do and don't always reach my goals, but I try, and I think it's good and healthy to always be having goals that you're working on. So the main thing I want to talk to you mostly about is the application activity, because that's where it's the most complex usually, and I want to make sure it's clear. So as I came to the post gathering, let's see if I can even get there, and came to application activity directions, you learn about 3 steps in your learning this week to making a decision. And this comes, President Faust shared these. And as you talk about, you evaluate the available facts on both sides of the issue. So if there's some positives or cons or for or against, and then use prayer, and then listen and follow inspiration that you receive after that prayer. And so what this is going to do is walk you through the steps of making a decision. So it talks about taking some time to ponder and reflect on your personal, career, educational, or family goal. So it can be a goal that's in any one of these categories. Like I said, it could be something personal, maybe tied to your job or towards the Pathway program, or a goal with something within your family. Like here it says, consider and list 2 or 3 directions you could go to reach this goal. There might be different ways to accomplish the goal. So you need to list at least 2, and it gives you a number. That's what I use in grading, is making sure that you've met that requirement of list 2 or 3. So at least have 2 ways that you can reach that goal. And then make the final choice as to which one of those you're going to take. And then you write down your goal. And the reminder is that you make sure it's a SMART goal. So I'm going to walk you through what SMART stands for again. We have them right here. I have a little document in my announcement that clears that up even more. And then you take your SMART goal to the Lord and pray to receive guidance to make sure that this is one that you can work on, and make sure it's one that you should pursue. And once you have that confirmation, then you decide what you need to do in your week to accomplish that. One thing I want to make sure I point out is, let me pull up the template. It's downloaded. Let's just take a second. I'm going to hide my face for a minute so I can not have this blocked. Okay. So as you look here, when it says include, remember to use complete sentences. That's the one thing I want to make sure I point out. So that it's not just short phrases that aren't a complete sentence, a whole sentence. And then to support your opinion with examples from the lesson material or your experience. All responses need to be appropriate length. So it doesn't give you a set amount of sentences, but enough sentences to answer that question. Like here, where it says list 2 or 3 different ways, and making sure you have at least 2 ways. Here, list the major reasons why this is the best path. So it might be one reason why this is the best path, or there's an S to say reasons. You might have a few reasons, 2 or 3. Now I'm going to walk you through. It says, through prayer, pondering, and careful planning, develop your goal into a SMART goal. So right here, number 3, you just write down your goal. Maybe it's to be more healthy. And I have my example that we'll go through in a second. But then it wants on number 4, and you say why that's the best path and the way that you're going to get there. It kind of wants you to turn it into a SMART goal, making sure that you have all the pieces of a SMART goal. And this is the key. It needs to be one that can be completed by the end of the week. Every semester, that's an area that confuses students. I get students that are making goals, and I can put my screen on now, that are setting goals for something they want to accomplish by the end of the semester, or they want to complete the pathway program, or they want to graduate with their bachelor's degree. That is not something that you can complete by the end of the week. So by the end of the week that you work on this. So make sure you remember that. It would be great if you could complete your bachelor's by the end of the week. And then it asks you the different characteristics of SMART. Is it specific? Is it measurable? There's 2 questions, so make sure you answer both. Don't just say yes, explain how you're going to measure your progress. Well, if it is measurable, how will you measure it? So remember that there's 2 questions to each of those. Is it attainable? You might say yes. Write down the reasons why you can reach it, okay, or how you can reach it. So you're going to go through that template. Let me show you, as I come up to my announcements. Okay, maybe. Oh, it's still spooling. Okay, I would like to show you right here. Let me hide my face for a second so I'm not blocking. Here's an example. Overall, if you want to just get in better physical shape, so you think, I only have a goal of being in better shape. Well, now I need to turn it into a SMART goal. So it's a little more specific. I will exercise for 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week, maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday. S, is it specific? Yes, because it gives the exact time. I do it for 20 minutes and how often? 3 times. Is this measurable? Yes, because I can keep track of how long I exercise and how many days I exercise. That's something you can track. Attainable, meaning can you reach it? Have you set it up so that you can be successful? It is, because I set aside 30 minutes each morning. So you might say, I'm going to work from 8 to 8:30 on exercising, and I am physically capable of exercising. So it is attainable. It's not like I'm going to fly to the moon. That's not something we can do. It's not attainable. Is it relevant? This, yes, because I'm physically healthy and it will help me concentrate to be happier. And maybe it's relevant because you're not in the best health and you want to be in better shape. T, here it says you aren't asked to explain T in the SMART goal. So on this assignment, they don't ask specifically for the T. And I just quickly have my announcement have an example and a non-example, meaning not a good one. An example, I will work out for 30 minutes 4 days per week. This is good because you can control your own choices of how you spend your time. You don't want a goal that says maybe I will make my sister be happier, okay? Because that's not in your control. There are things that you can do, but you can't really control her happiness. So make sure it's something that you have control of. A non-example, I'll lose 2 pounds each week. It's inappropriate because you can't fully control your weight loss. You can control what you eat and you can make sure that you have physical activity, but it's to guarantee that you're going to lose 2 pounds. You can work as hard as you want and maybe just gain muscle so you don't lose the pounds. So those are my examples for this application activity assignment. Remember, it needs to be something you can complete in 1 week, and make sure you answer those questions about the components of SMART. And don't just say, yes, it's specific. How is it specific? How are you going to measure it? And I think that's all I have for you this week. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Learn about goal setting, and I'm excited to see the different goals that you have in any area of your life. I think it's healthy to always be setting goals. So let me know if you need any help, questions, or concerns you have. If you're having a hard time meeting with your speaking partner, your peer in your class, or if there's a problem at your gathering, if there's an assignment you're confused on or a grade you don't have, you're wondering about, let me know. I want to be here to help you. So just send me a quick email and I will respond. Thanks, everyone.